What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I'm going to try to get through this. I would rather slam my dick in a car door than play this game mode. My God. I don't understand where EA comes from. Number one, long shot just failed back-to-back years after a big investment, both time and financially, from EA. They move forward, face the franchise, and I appreciate what they're trying to do. The story, a game mode that evolves, replay value, but I just don't think they get the consumer. So, you've got middle-aged men playing this game, right? We don't want to go back to high school. You've got children playing this game. They're either in high school, dread high school, or can't wait to get there. Why are you pushing them forward? It's just like we're stuck in this awful... This is one of the worst stories. I'm going to be honest with you. This is one of the worst story themes I've ever heard in my life. We're going to start here. This is verbatim. Your backup gig is shortly lived as Tommy has been harboring a secret about his health, one that he shares only with you. So you have to put yourself in the mind of a high schooler, where your friend comes to you, not a doctor, not a counselor, not a parent, not a teacher, right? They just come to you with this major health issue. Like, how am I dealing with this? So this depends how your career is forged. You get to see Rich Eisen in this 6XL sweater. You go to college where you're met by the dumbest coach in the history of coaching, right? So apparently, from what we understand, this is going to be a 4-game season. And then at the end, you're thrown out of your comfort zone when, to your dismay, he gives you the ultimatum of either switch to running back, wide receiver, or take your chances in the NFL draft. In the history of coaching, what player has ever had a coach approach them and say, I'm going to give you 3 options. You can either go to the draft now, early, or you can become a running back or a wide receiver. Both completely different positions. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You get to the draft. That's where you meet Rich in his 6XL sweatshirt. You run the 40-yard dash. And then, now I will say the positives here are the storylines, right? If they could have woven this into real franchise mode, you either have franchise savior, where you basically become one of the most touted draft picks. You go through and have to carry the team on your shoulders. The next man up, where you kind of don't have the initial starter job right away, and you have to prove yourself, and then hopefully transfer that into like what Russell Wilson, actually use him as an example, has done. The understudy, where basically you follow the Tom Brady-esque plot line of you come in, you don't have a whole lot of fanfare, but you understudy with some good players and have the ability to win a starting role. Bitter rivals, where obviously, as it says, you get in a war of words with a defensive player, and that becomes the storyline. The dream team, they talk about the 07 Patriots, 01 Rams, 98 Vikings, where you're just a piece of one of the puzzles to one of the best teams there is. The comeback story, where you come back from a serious injury. I guess this goes hand in hand with your backup quarterback situation in high school, where like Adrian Peterson, they talk about coming back in 2012. There's a few other one of these, but just, guys, where do they get this stuff, man? Like, all we want is a football game. I don't want to play a documentary. Who came to them and said, what we really need is a playable documentary? The playable movie we weren't on board with. But if you could give us a documentary, be great. If you could find a way to put Snoop Dogg and Rich Eisen in something true, actual things they did, would mean a lot. Would change the whole game for me. If you could get Snoop Dogg out of Superstar KO and bring him into the game here, where after my best friend in high school tells me he's got a serious illness, and I have to determine with my high school mind how I'm going to play this, if I could have Snoop Dogg come in later, really going to be excited to play this. It's like they don't understand their customer base, they don't understand their customer age, they don't know what we want in a game, and they just put out this dribble. I guarantee you this is going to be one of the worst received game modes that they've put out in a long time. And they've got the track record there to prove That's the worst part. They have the track record there to establish and prove this is not what we wanted. We did not want Long Shot 3.0. Who clamored for this? Show me one post. Show me one tweet. Show me one email where somebody said, hey, the movie that you put in the game that was playable wasn't our thing, but if you could tweak that into a documentary somehow. I mean, put it in the game in a small section, right? Ease us into the process of going through this stupid game mode. Build it up in chapters, perhaps. I don't know. I don't want this dumb stuff in the game to begin with. I just want a football game that matters. And instead, we're going so far away from what matters. We're spending time, money, resource, energy into non-football. Non-football in a football game. How would you like to watch cutscenes play out? No, we didn't like it before. We're not going to like it now. Love to know what you guys think about this. Appreciate you checking it out. And you know, I will be back in the week with more commentary.